Hello, friends. You're listening to This Quote Changed My Life, a podcast about intentional action. My name is Tracy, and I'm the host of the show. Welcome back for episode 49 of the podcast. If you're new here, hello. I am so excited to have you listening to the podcast. I hope I can bring you a few minutes of thought and time out, and just generally something that lifts and inspires you. I wanted to create This Quote Changed My Life because I was starting to see myself collect quotes on my phone. Do you guys do this too? I save them because they struck a chord with me and I didn't want to forget it. And then I thought, I need to share these quotes beyond Instagram and Pinterest. So here I am, a year and a half later with you. I really do hope that you find a quote that inspires you in some way and that you take an intentional step forward to do something amazing. This week's quote is no exception. It's all about owning who you are and not being afraid to step forward and shine. It's, there will never be another you. This quote has really come to mind in the recent weeks. At the time of this recording, it's been about 2 weeks since the passing of the incredible Chadwick Boseman. Now, I don't proclaim to be his biggest fan, but Black Panther and the Avengers movies are probably my favorite movies ever. And a big part of why Black Panther was an instant favorite of mine was because of Chadwick. There was just something about his performance that glued me to the screen. He was every part of T'Challa and a king. And now knowing he was creating not only Black Panther, but a whole slew of other iconic movies over his last 4 years battling cancer, I mean, it's superhuman. It's an incredible thought. Stage 3 and stage 4 cancers are no joke, but here was this man with all his grace, putting in everything he had to create his art. There will never be another Chadwick Boseman, and we got to see what Chadwick could do because I think that he did know his time was precious, and it always has been. And what he was choosing to do with his time, the health, the strength he had left, he gave it all. And it breaks my heart, but it feels it at the same time. Before I go on, I do want to say this though, staying silent on your struggle doesn't make you a hero. I think it's so important to seek help when you need it, and no doubt Chadwick had his close family by his side. He wasn't alone. He just chose to give his love to his family and his friends. He made connections with things that filled his heart. He built on his crafts. He left a legacy, and I believe he never gave up hope. There will never be another you. Listen to that quote. There will never be another you. What are you doing with this life you've been given? What is special about you that you like? What can you control? And why aren't you doing it? There are always going to be things in our life that we cannot control. Life will throw us curveballs, and they will feel impossible to navigate at times. But that's when we dig deep. We pivot or we start climbing. There is always a way. A big reason of why I became a wellness coach is to encourage people to step past themselves and see their value past the point of your comfort zone. Change isn't comfortable. Change is like putting on a new pair of shoes, hard and rigid, and you don't think you could walk in them for too long, but you do. And the shoe softens to your foot. Your foot starts to settle into the shoe. It's not hurting you anymore, and it wasn't as bad as you first thought. And maybe the shoe isn't for you. There are other shoes. But okay, I'm going off on a tangent now, but that's how life is. We live in a world where we don't want to feel uncomfortable, and because of that, we don't grow and we wonder why. You are put on this planet to do something unique to you, and it would be a shame to not explore it. There will never be another you. Embrace that side of you that maybe you thought was weird because no one else was doing it. That's often the secret to your happiness. Things you love doing that maybe no one else gets, but you do it anyway. The people who are meant to be in your tribe will find you this way. If you did it the other way and molded yourself into what others want you to be, gosh, let me save you years in therapy and crafting supplies. You will always feel unfinished and unsatisfied. Follow your fire. Try new things. Find out more about yourself and be proud of who you are. Become who you were always meant to be. The world needs your magic. Your uniqueness is your superpower. Your mindset in whatever circumstance that you're given is your strength. There will never be another you. Please let me know what you think of this quote. There will never be another you. Do you need me to say this to you every day until it hits? Because it will. There is something inspiring about seeing a person run with their sense of self and confidence, knowing that they are enough. I really do hope it inspires someone listening to go after what they want. Life is precious and often too short. Let's get out there and figure this out. Fall on our butts, get up and keep going. Our thoughts are with Chadwick Boseman's family. Please make sure you're connecting with the people that you love in your life today. Make sure you're seeing a doctor if you're experiencing any symptoms that are unusual to you. Take time with your loved ones. And let's not waste our days sitting on what ifs and regrets. Let's get out there and shine our light. Come and find me on Instagram at Make Sunshine Co. I'm also starting my Patreon very soon. If you'd like to join, just search for Make Sunshine. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode. I'm recording this on my Apple headphones because my microphone broke, but you have to pivot and just get on with it, right? So thank you so much. Sorry if the sound quality isn't as good as before. I'll speak to you all again soon.